Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. I have some more dupes for you today. I have some more affordable versions of some of the most popular skincare products that tend to be towards the more expensive side. Some drugstore, some just cheaper alternatives. Let's get straight into it and let's start off with the Tatcha Water Cream. This product has quite the cult following, mainly because not many people can actually afford it. It's very expensive, but it is a nice product. I actually ordered myself like a trial kit of the Tatcha products before I actually fully invested in any of them, because they're not products that you want to spend a lot of money on and be like, oh, I actually don't like this. I quite like quite a few of them. This is a super hydrating moisturizer packed with humectants, a lot of soothing and calming ingredients as well. We have glycerin and sodium hyaluronate, both great humectants, very standard humectants, along with green tea to help calm the skin. It's a great antioxidant as well. We have rice ferment filtrate, which has some anti-aging properties, and then to be honest with you, a lot of gimmicky extracts, as well as gold, for no reason whatsoever. Gold doesn't do anything. But the main thing here, the main point of this cream, I feel like the thing everyone loves about it is that instant hydration, that kind of like soft, silky feeling that it leaves you with. Very supple, very hydrating, but let's be honest, I think there was a boom of hydrating, like watery moisturizers in 2019, 2020, so we aren't really lost for dupes. Like, there are so many, but to get this mix of hydration with that silky kind of comfort that leaves you with, I found quite difficult to dupe. So the more affordable and similar kind of moisturizer is going to be the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. We have the usual hydrating ingredients in here: glycerin, sodium hyaluronate. Again, nothing special. You're going to find this in everything, absolutely everything. And you have some nice emollients as well to trap in all that hydration, but also give you that nice, soft, silky finish. We are missing the green tea and the rice ferment and the gimmicky kind of extracts that are in the Tatcha product, but do we really need those when all we're really wanting to do is hydrate the skin? Not really. Plus you can get all that kind of stuff in your serums, you know. The most similar but not cheapest in my opinion is actually the Dr. Jart Vital Hydra Solution Biome Water Cream. Very, very similar in texture, in finish, and hydration levels in my opinion. We also have the added benefits of niacinamide in this one, 2 types of hyaluronic acid alongside so many humectant and water binding ingredients, more than the other 2 moisturizers put together. For me, this is not just a good alternative, but I actually prefer it to the Tatcha Water Cream. It's my favorite, and you feel nicely moisturized, and it's not too strong fragrance wise either. Like, you don't get the overpowering smell of, you know, product on your skin. Let's move on to the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum. This is actually my least favorite Glow Recipe product, not because I don't like it, but I very, very rarely use, not least favorite, least use, because I don't really use hyaluronic acid serums anymore. I've explained quite a few times on this channel that my skin didn't really seem to like it that much. It didn't take very well to it. It's not because it dried out my skin, it's more that it just kind of like irritated my skin. Those lower molecular weights of hyaluronic acid really irritated my skin. And I must just say, I've seen a few comments about how I've been talking about Glow Recipe a lot recently, and there must be some kind of sponsorship going on. They've sponsored one video, but the rest of the time I talk about them is because I absolutely love them. There's no under the table, like, you know, secret deals going on. I just really like a product. It's not a conspiracy. Jesus. So I don't really use dedicated hyaluronic acid serums anymore, but I will use them when I want like a temporary boost to my skin of hydration. Maybe my skin's looking a little bit dull or feeling a little bit dull, but for that instant dose of hydration. That's what this serum is so good at. It's got this thickness to it that feels like you are literally feeding your skin that hydration. It's a very unique texture that's hard to dupe, and alongside sodium hyaluronate, this contains something called sodium acetylated hyaluronate. I think I pronounced that right. That's basically a version of sodium hyaluronate that can actually retain moisture better than other forms of hyaluronic acid. So you don't get that dryness that people can often experience with regular hyaluronic acid. And unlike other hyaluronic acid serums, we have a lot of humectants in here, not just hyaluronic acid. So we have Tremella fuciformis polysaccharide, which is a water binding ingredient from a mushroom, alongside hydrating vitamin B5 and plum as well. It's really a medley of hydrating ingredients. So as I said, it's tough to find a dupe for this. The Inculus is the closest I could find their hyaluronic acid because it does have that thickness to it. We have the same kind of few different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid and glycerin as well. Again, Nothing too out of the ordinary that you're going to find from any kind of hyaluronic acid serums, like the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid serum. The Inkey List one is just a lot less tacky. So if you wear a lot of makeup, I would go for the Inkey List one rather than the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid serum. But yes, the Inkey List one is really, really good. It gives you that instant dose of hydration as well as leaving your skin looking plump and dewy. However, you know what this does remind me of, and this isn't really a drugstore dupe, but this is Amazon. The Hada Labo lotions. It's been a long time since I used them, but these have that instant gratification, that really, really satisfying hydration, that thickness. Again, like you're feeding your skin as you like slowly massage it into your skin. Again, we have a lot of different weights of hyaluronic acid as well as the sodium acetylated hyaluronate. As well as the sodium acetylated hyaluronate. I don't know how to say that. Leaving your skin genuinely hydrated. I love these Hada Labo ones because you get so many different variations, but they all do have that very deeply hydrating thickness to them that is really, really nice. SK-II Essence, an icon within the skincare world, not just in Asia, but all throughout. It deserves a lot of respect because it's the first of its kind that has actually inspired so many affordable options. SK-II is famous for its Patera formula, which is fermented yeast Galactomyces ferment filtrate. The benefits from that include moisturization, anti-aging, brightening of skin tone, calms inflammation, soothes. I love it. I swear by it. I swear by any kind of fermented filtrate when it comes to toners and essences, and even serums nowadays. I feel like SK-II's price tag may have been worth it back in the day when like not everybody was making dupes or their own essences. It was a one of a kind. It was this miracle ingredient that no one else was using that eventually a lot of brands were actually able to replicate themselves. So we have a full list of alternatives here really, and many of these are my favorite more than SK-II. They all have that hydration factor to them, moisture, calming, brightness, and anti-aging. So we have the Neogen Microferment Essence, we have the Misha Time Revolution Treatment Essence, Secret Key Starting Treatment Essence, all still relatively pricey, I must say. However, my favorites and actually the more affordable option is the COSRX Galactomyces 95% Tone Balancing Essence, which contains 95% Galactomyces ferment filtrate. So the same thing you get in SK-II, alongside glycerin and sodium hyaluronate, super hydrating, and allantoin, which is really, really soothing. That's something I feel like the COSRX one just goes that little step further into being more than just a fancy essence. It's very, very simple, yet extremely beneficial as well. Let's talk about the Foreo. I love my Foreo Luna, whatever it is. I feel like they have so many different versions that, to be honest, aren't that different from each other. What they do pride themselves on though is the vibration, the pulsonic vibrations, the technology. I love the built-in timer as well, that once you click it, you have 1 minute on your face and it vibrates when you have to change areas of your face. It's great at just kind of making sure you cover your whole face and cleanse all your face, because we're all guilty of like doing a quick 10-second cleanse, forgetting things like the corners, our temples, under here as well. And what I love about it is I've had my Foreo, the first one, the second one I've had for about 1.5 years now. I have not had to charge it. I don't know where the charger is actually. I need to find it, but it just lasts forever. It's faff free, it's clean because it's made of silicone. You just run it under the tap or add a little bit of soap to it and cleanse it. It does come with an app as well, which is a little bit gimmicky, but it's kind of good fun to see where you're cleansing on your face and follow along with a routine. They are expensive. They are very expensive, and in all honesty, a manual brush will do you just fine. If you want to use one of those cheap kind of like silicone brushes that you go along your face with, absolutely fine. However, available in Target, and by the way, the majority of my audience are American, so do try to cater for whoever the majority of my audience are. In Target, you can get the Sonia Kashuk Sonic Silicone Facial Brush. I'm pretty sure you could just get this on the internet as well, and this is $15. This is a hell of a lot cheaper. Again, this is a sonic brush that I believe you do have to time yourself, but that's not the biggest deal. You know, you can also control the pulsations, the vibrations, from gentle to soft. Supposedly giving you a deeper clean the higher they are. I don't really know how accurate that is, but all in all, this is really the same thing for a lot cheaper, rechargeable. It's silicone as well, so it's got that kind of like antibacteria thing. I don't think that's 100% accurate Someone remind me, but I think it grows less bacteria if it's just sitting around in your bathroom. In all honesty, I do see a very good difference when I use my Foreo, especially on my nose and my forehead, where my pores tend to be a lot more obvious. But overall, you don't have to use a cleansing brush. You don't have to use any kind of vibrating cleanser kind of thing on your face. Your fingers are absolutely fine. Just regularly exfoliate. But if you do want to use something like this, that's a very, very good alternative. I believe Beauty Bay also do one that's at £20. So a little bit, no, like £5. No, is it 30 or 20? I don't know. It's still cheaper than Foreo. But there we go. Those are today's drugstore dupes / cheaper alternatives. Let me know if you want more of these videos. I've got a lot more. And leave your own dupes in the comments down below. I'd like to see them. I'll leave some light entertainment here. And I don't know, another playlist here. I don't know what yet. And I'll see you over there.